Today we're here to break ground on an innovative project that will make a difference in the health and well-being of our community. We are here at the site where there will be the entrance point, shaft to a deep tunnel project, which will be about 200 feet below ground. This project will also have a very huge pump station, which will be located on this site. And the tunnel project is a part of our ongoing work for our federal consent decree, which we've been doing over the last 10 years or so. The waterway protection tunnel will head east from here, then southeast to the area known as the Home of the Innocents on East Main Street. The tunnel will be about 2.5 miles long, about 20 feet in diameter, and it will allow us to capture approximately 22 individual combined sewer overflows along the route that currently flow into the South Fork of Beargrass Creek and the Ohio River. So with this project, we will be able to keep out approximately 350 million gallons of combined sewer overflow into local waterways. So it's going to result in a cleaner, safer environment for our city and our community. So this is going to begin a process where we're not only starting today, but we're going to be interfacing and communicating, because this is an opportunity for us to educate folks on the tunneling technology as well. Being able to reduce overflows into our system, and doing it collaboratively with our partners, and making sure that we're sustaining the environment and the waterways that are so close. And of course, sustainability and reliability is a platform for the 100 Resilient Cities, which is being led by our mayor, Greg Fisher. And we're so happy that we have Mayor Fisher with us here today to allow us to break ground, and we'd like to invite him up to make some comments.
Well, there's a lot of visible progress going on in the community right now. $12.5 billion of construction either underway or announced. And then there's this project, major, cool project, deep tunnel, 2.5 miles that people aren't going to see. But it's going to give tremendous impact and benefits to our community in terms of clean water, in terms of an improved environment. All the types of things that are very, very critical for us to continue to grow as a city, and that these visible projects, the expanded convention center and all the new hotels, our businesses are relying on to both keep people happy that are here, but attract people to the city as well. So to have a more innovative, cleaner, safer solution that has come from all the community input sessions that, Tony, that you had, and Mary Ellen, that you helped kind of put an exclamation point on, because I remember when she came into my office and said, do you know that Main Street is proposed to be affected for 2 years and maybe closed down? And I said, well, not really. Tell me a little more about that. And that was just a matter of days before your team said, look, this was on a drawing board a while past, but this is not adequate. So I really want to say good job to Chair Caudle and the MSD board. Tony, you and your team at MSD, everybody, all of our contractors that are here as well, saying we can do better for the citizens of Louisville.
As I think about what we have here today, what we're standing on today, and what she shall become, is an amazing confluence of an intersection of what happens when you have a very serious problem, that being our underlying infrastructure. Number one responsibility in my mind of what we all do together as elected officials is to make sure that the foundation and the ground on which we stand that serves our health and our public safety is as strong as it can be. Well, thanks to that intersection where the problem is coming across, we've got a traffic director in Tony Parrott and in Cindy Caudell leading the board at Metropolitan Sewer District, that in comes the answer. Today is another great example of what great leadership, great vision, great strategic planning, which you can measure, you can see it, and you can count on it. When it comes together, we're going to have a national and an internationally renowned water protection system right here. This too is another great example of why I'm going to ask everyone to join me and several other people in supporting the work of MSD, supporting their vision today and supporting the vision that comes before us as we think about the critical repair and reinvestment plan. This is a good example of why MSD is a good investment.
Thank you, Tony, and good afternoon, everyone. When Tony talked about community input, I can verify that because we have that CSO basin under construction in Shawnee Park. We've got the basin under construction in Lannon Park. And now this one, this tunnel, is important to me, especially because it's going to help us build Waterfront Park Phase 4. We started those discussions several years ago, and it was, well, we need these 22 acres, and how are we going to acquire the acres? And we started on that project before we knew the need for this tunnel, this 2.5 miles. So without MSD's vision and the need in the community, we wouldn't be able to go forth with that project. So knowing that this is going to go until 2020, that gives us some time, Mayor Fisher, to raise some funds, because we do want to complete that project. And we thank you, Tony, and we thank all of you, and we look forward to what's going to become in the future. Thank you.
We're mostly grateful, though, for the major improvement these projects will have on Beargrass Creek and on the Ohio River. A clean Beargrass Creek can be a great asset to this community, and this project will help that happen.
Through our partnership, not only will this project improve the health of our environment and of our residents, but it will ultimately see this property, hard to believe right now, transformed into a beautiful 22-acre extension of Waterfront Park with recreational amenities for everyone to enjoy.
I think the guys everyone at MSD, we should embrace this as an asset. We should start talking about MSD as a community asset that does big things that are important for the 21st century city, not the 1920th century city. You know, we're talking about fixing sewers and complaining. Let's stop with this. Let's stop kicking the can down the road, and let's start thinking bigger, because we're a big idea city. We do stuff. This is a city that does stuff, and I want to tell you, it was, and I'm sincere about this, a pleasure working with Tony and Ange and everybody, and Mayor Fisher, Barbara, keep championing on. We need people that tell hard truths, because if you don't face the truth, you live in a dream world, and dream worlds are fantasy. They're not real. They tend to be lack substance, and this is a substantive, important, big idea that's actually being executed.